So how do we get MOPS more in front of the curve here to be able to provide and prove value? We clearly identify the gaps and the struggles that we're dealing with. Then we're defining what we need to be able to prove that value. Number one, right? The lack of data-driven decision enablement. Hey, how do we get to the data that needs to have this enablement to prove all this? And yet we still struggle today to have the MOps investment to build the foundations for the data, to prove that data and have that data flow right. We also then are struggling, and we see struggles within operational standards. So how do we think about processes that are scalable and best practices that are scalable within each area, not only just campaign operations, but all operations? Then we see this lack of understanding and agreement of what the rules should be. It sounds easy, but it is very difficult within enterprise companies and small companies to really get down to the definitions of those. And then obviously, what I've seen the most in my career over the last 15 years of MarTech consulting is this idea of what are we maximizing today versus getting to the flavor of the week. Like, yes, that's a great technology. Let's jump on it. Even AI, let's jump on it. Let's go. Let's move forward as fast as we can. Yet we really don't understand why we're doing it. We don't understand the impact it's going to have. We want to have that common understanding of what are we doing to maximize it today, right? Versus investing for tomorrow. And then understanding, again, the audience, the journey, the pureness of what the audience really needs. We get so caught up in ourselves. This is the really cool technology. This is a really cool process. Let's go, go, go. Does it actually serve the customer experience? Does it serve the audience that we are actually marketing to? And then, of course, we jump on innovation, but does it drive experiences on the website? Does it drive experiences where we need to have those right touch points and moments? All comes down to decisions and investments that we need to be making every day. So 4 areas that we have seen and discussions that we have had multiple times, and it keeps coming up, is this idea of, do we have a KPI framework? And so that data strategy is so important, and investing in and integrating your whole framework into that is most of the time successful decisions are being made, and success for MOps to say that we enabled this. The second is that what we talked about is that focus on the audience and focus on what really matters is who we're selling to, who we're dealing with, and the experiences that we're creating. So the account, the audience, the journey that is now enabling this reporting and insights from the very beginning in your data strategy. And then third is that MarTech, right? We need to have a strategy, a roadmap, and innovation. I'm not a fan of 5-year roadmaps in MarTech. That used to be the standard in consulting. I've never seen that come to pass. It's a 2-year, 3-year, because then everything changes within those 2-year gaps. So we really need to think about those innovations in a 2-year, if not a 6-month model. The last one is what we talked about with organizational design. Your design, especially under MOps, of who owns what, really the ownership of data, the ownership of technology, the ownership of the integration of all teams, cross teams, really is impactful. But then the cost, right? We need to defend the cost for that and understand all the costs from headcount all the way down to technology, reoccurring costs.